One of the biggest questions I see people ask about credit cards is, which one should I apply for next? Well, in this video, I'll go over my exact strategy when it comes to applying for my next card. And not only did I use this method when I applied for my most recent card, I'm also going to be using this for every card I apply for in the future. When I thought about everything that was important to me when determining my new credit card, there was one thing that stuck out to me the most by far, and that is the sign-up bonus, or the welcome offer. The reason why this is so important is that these credit card companies will incentivize you to become their customers with huge welcome offers. Let's take the Chase Sapphire Preferred as an example. Right now, there is a 60,000 point bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. So the minimum spend requirement that you have to hit is $4,000 put onto this card in the first 3 months, and you get an extra 60,000 bonus points. And that doesn't even factor in the points that you are able to earn by just putting regular spend on the cards. There are a lot of earnings categories on this card in specific, like 3 times points when you use it for online groceries, or 2 times points when you use it for travel. And so you get to add those points that you earn with the additional 60,000 bonus points, and that is going to equal way more points than you would normally earn if you were not working towards a welcome offer. Even if you don't apply for cards as fast as I typically do, welcome offers are still going to be the best way to maximize your spending so that you can rack up points as fast as possible and you can use them for free or reduced travel. So let's move over to my computer where I can put in the sign-up bonus points that you're going to earn along with the annual fee so that we can get a return on spend, so you can see the amount of value you're going to get out of this sign-up bonus, as well as the percentage back you're going to get by spending each dollar on this card. To start out here, we are working with a blank formula, and don't worry about all the words on the screen and all the zeros. We're going to fill this out so it can actually look like a real card that you would apply for. Let's actually start out in this first field that I have titled just credit card here. We're going to change this to a card that you might be considering. Let's type in Chase Sapphire Preferred. Okay, so now that we have typed in Chase Sapphire Preferred, a very decent beginner travel card for you, now let's fill out if this is a personal or business card. We're just going to change this field and say personal. Now we're going to fill in the rest of the information starting at the top and working all the way down. The ones in bold we're not going to touch because those are unique equations that's going to help us figure out how much the return on spend is going to be. For this first field, sign-up bonus points, we are going to put in how much the sign-up bonus is. So if you don't know that off the top of your head, you can just Google it, or you can go to my referral links that I have in the description and you can click on the Sapphire Preferred. And right here you can see in huge numbers that the sign-up bonus or the welcome offer is 60,000 bonus points. So 60,000 bonus points, that is what we are going to enter here. The next field is the extra sign-up bonus perks. For me, I use this to fill out any extra bonus points that you're going to earn. Mainly for me, it is referral links, and I might be in a different situation than you. I do have a wife and we refer each other to cards back and forth all of the time. So if you want to just assume that my wife has this card and I'm applying for it now, I can actually use her referral link, and the referral right now, the bonus points for this card is 15,000 points. So we'll enter that right now. Next up is points valuation. And of course, this is going to vary person to person. You may not know exactly what to put in this field, but you can always use someone else's point valuation if you can't think of anything for yourself. For a lot of people, Chase points are often around 2 cents per point, and so you would actually just put that in right there. So that's what I'm going to do, is 2 cents per point. And honestly, I think I can usually get more than 2 cents per point. But of course, if you don't know, then you can just take somebody else's point valuation, or you can use sites like the Points Guide that has a detailed list of pretty much every point currency there is out there, and they value Chase points at 2 cents per point, so you could just use that. Next up is the minimum spend that you need to hit. If you go back to the website, the Chase website that has the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you can see that the minimum spend is going to be $4,000 in the first 3 months. So we're going to go back to that spreadsheet and we are going to enter that. And there's also a field for annual fee. If you don't have an annual fee on the card, you can just leave this as $0, but the annual fee for this card is $95. And of course, we already looked at how many months you have to spend this $4,000. This isn't going to factor into the formula, but it is good to have this information so you can see it right up front. Next up is non-category points per dollar. So if you're not going to spend any money in the elevated categories, like I said, like 3 times points on online grocery spending or 2 times points on travel, if you're only going to spend on the lowest amount of points that you're going to earn when you swipe this card, that is going to be 1 Chase point for every $1 that you spend. So I'm going to put a 1 right there. Sometimes it's not always going to be 1, like I just got approved for the IHG business card, and so it's a hotel card. Their points currencies are a little inflated than, let's say, Chase points or AMEX points. The least amount of points that you can get on every dollar that you spend with that card is going to be 3. And then of course I would have to change the points valuation on this spreadsheet. So instead of getting 2 Chase points in this field, I would have to change it to like 0.5 or 0.6 cents per point. Now that I've completely filled out all of the information here, let's go over these remaining 4 fields. This next field is non-category times the spend. So it says 4,000 right here, and how we got that is we took the non-category spend of 1 point per dollar and we multiplied that by the minimum spend, $4,000. What you would actually earn is 79,000 points because you're earning 60,000 points from the sign-up bonus, and my wife, for referring me, she would earn 15,000 points, and so for your family, you have earned 79,000 points. Because of course you have to factor in the minimum 4,000 points that you're going to get for spending on this card towards that $4,000. Then these last 2 fields are the most important in my opinion. It is the return on spend. The first one is how many dollars worth of value are you getting out of this new credit card, and that would be over $1,500 worth of value. This calculation comes from taking the amount of points you are going to earn multiplied by the points valuation. So 79,000 Chase points times 2, that is going to equal the amount of cents you will earn with this sign-up bonus, and then I just divide it by 100 so that I can get the dollars. The next field here might just be more important than what we already calculated. It is the return on spend, so the percentage that you will get back by spending on this new card. So of course you want this number to be as high as possible, and right here with everything that I have included in this formula, we have found that we get a return on spend of 38.58%. How I calculated this? Well, I took the last field that we already figured out, the total value that you're going to get from this new card sign-up bonus, and we're actually going to divide that by the amount of spend it took to get here. So for this Chase Sapphire Preferred, we had to spend $4,000, and we had to add in the annual fee of $95. So we spent $4,095 and we got $1,580 worth of value, and that's how you come across 38%. So for every $1 that you spend, you're getting 38 cents of value back. That is way better than earning 5 times, 4 times, 3 times points in all of your categories until the end of time and never applying for another card. But of course, this is a very high example. Let's say that you don't have a spouse that can refer you to the card. Well, that's gonna knock off 15,000 points right there. And so you're gonna be left with maybe $1,280 worth of value, and you might only have 31% of that return on spend. I have now added another card to this spreadsheet so we can kind of compare and see where there are some similarities and differences. So here is the Chase Inc. Preferred Business Card, one that I really want to apply for pretty soon, and we can just go over this. The sign-up bonus points is 100,000 points, and let's just say that you have a referral link from your spouse so that you can get 40,000 bonus points here. And the Chase points valuation is going to stay at 2, and the spend that you're going to have for this card is $8,000. The annual fee is going to be the same at $95, and you do have 3 months to spend this $8,000, and the minimum amount that you're going to get every time you spend on this card is 1 Chase point per dollar. So that means you're going to get 8,000 points for spending $8,000, at least 8,000 points. And so you're going to wind up with 148,000 points at the end of it if you have a referral bonus. And that's going to have a return on spend of $2,960. That is gigantic, way more than the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But here's what you have to take into account. If you want to look at the percentage, your return on spend, it is actually going to be less than the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But I would still say this is the better sign-up bonus because you can stretch your $8,000 longer. You won't get as high of a percentage on the return on spend, but you will get an overall better value because eventually you'll hit over that minimum spend on the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and then you will just be earning 5 times points, 3 times points, 2 times points. And so you can just do this formula with every single card that you want to sign up for and just look at it that way so you have all the information right in front of you so you can determine which card has the absolute best sign-up bonus for me at the time that I'm ready to apply for my next card. And this is exactly what I look at every single time. I like to run the numbers so that I know which card is best. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want to check out another one, it'll be right there, and I'll see you in the next one.